Hey, you caught me. I'm in the pantry. So for once, it's not a bad thing, because actually this pantry doesn't have any actual food in it, because I'm in our model home over here in RepublicGrandRanch in Willis, Texas. But I did want to show you the pantry, and I know in a lot of videos I talk about the pantries, but I really did want to kind of call out a few things and tell you what we try and do in every single pantry that we're building. And as of today, what I'm about to tell you is super current. So come and have a look. So what are the thinking behind the pantry? The thinking behind the pantry is we want to make it as pretty and as functional as possible. I don't want to have a walk-in pantry that just has these 12-inch deep shelves, because really that's just a storage closet. What I want to do is to create something where your usable space and your storage space is conveniently located together in a way that's actually pretty good looking and very usable. So for example, we put in here 110 outlets, and we do a deeper if you like countertop style. Now I will tell you, this has been upgraded because we put a countertop on. What we usually do is we just keep it like this as a surface in here, but it is out 2 feet deep here and at 18 inches. And the reason for that is, first of all, storage. We all have very large items that don't really fit anywhere. And so this is a great place. Imagine huge bowls, huge appliances like mixers and things, or bags of water, potatoes, large items can all be stored with easy access to the kitchen. Not only that, but appliance items don't need to come out of here. So if you're thinking about a blender or a mixer or a toaster or an electric kettle or any of those things, they can all stay in here. Now, I'm going to talk to you a little bit about why they can stay in here and how they work in here. At Royal Texan, we do, as of right now, we do a standard 12 gauge wiring. Now the 12 gauge wiring allows a much greater conductivity through the wire, and it allows everything to be tied to a 20 amp circuit. In fact, our whole house is always on 20 amp circuits. We never do the 15 amp circuits. That's huge for you, right, as opposed to the 14 gauge, because it means that the larger appliances can already be plugged into the circuit, and that circuit is designed to hold them. So here in the pantry, for example, like in my pantry, I have 2 toasters. Yes, not 1, but 2. Very serious about toast. And we have a kettle and a whole tea station, and we have a mixer, and we have a blender, and all of these things can sit happily here, never having to come out other than to be cleaned. At no point do they clutter up the kitchen. The kitchen's beautiful. We've worked really hard. You'll work very hard with our designers. We'll create a beautiful kitchen for you. We don't want it to be cluttered up with all of these kind of appliance items. So those things sit here. You can use this as workspace. You can use it as storage. You have storage for larger items, and you have storage for smaller items. And then you'll also notice that our pantries are reasonably large. If I go all the way back here and bump into the end here, you've got this really large space. And so, if you're getting ready for the end of the world, then yeah, you can probably fill this up. But it gives you space. So you're able to present items as well, which makes walking into the pantry a nicer experience. You can even have a wall art piece or other things for art here as well. So the pantry stops being that place that people run into, look for something, grab, knock everything over, step out, gosh, if only I had more room, and starts becoming a place that you can walk into and really enjoy, as well as really utilize, knowing that somebody's thought about the aesthetic, the functionality, the safety, in terms of the electrical systems that sit behind it, and the usability, and that you're going to not feel cluttered and claustrophobic. So I don't know that anyone else has ever talked about their pantries before, but there you go. Thank you very much for spending time in this pantry with me. And I'm off to see if I can find a pantry with actual food in it.